Good evening, everybody. Hi, Mary. Welcome to everyone. I do have a nice prepared session for us all today. An educational, kind of random, but I'll read through it and you'll understand why I've gone with this. It's going into the book. I'm writing the Trading Code 5, and this bit's going into it. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Mary. So, there are, in trading, a few things, red flags if you like, that I am against. And I think it might be a sensible idea in the educational session here to tell you about them and, more importantly, explain the reasons why. The timing is good too, since there have been a few inquiries regarding educational courses, access to the live trading sessions, the group, and even alternative partnership opportunities, would you believe? Anyway, first and foremost, I am against the idea of anything to do with IB fees. The fees paid by a broker to someone introducing traders to their platforms. The problem for me there is that most brokers push traders to go live, often before they've proven that they're ready and able. So the traders lose, but the IB fees are still paid. Win, lose or draw, the introducer earns. Seems unfair at best and unreasonable anyway to me. It shows a lack of any level of accountability or a duty of care to the trader. Next, we should investigate the idea of trading for others. I'm against the idea generally, even though there is just one person I trust and I do recommend him. A contradiction, I know, but there really are some, let's do inverted commas and say traders, who, like some regular adults, should move through their lives with some level of supervision. Still, I'm never for any amount of upfront payment going to be tempted to trade for others myself. There's an age-old saying, other people's money is like other people's secrets. You're not so careful with them as you are your own. Paid for charting platforms. Pretty small bug this one, but worth saying as it can save traders money. While I absolutely recommend using a good one, there are so many that are free and still very bloody good. Why do we find ourselves tempted to pay for one that is sponsored and perhaps then prejudiced by a broker? I recall watching on an independent chart once, a move began, price moved up a bit and then a bit more. The broker chart didn't. I played the game with the broker, and since I believed in and always trust my technical analysis, I placed buy trades on a broker whose chart was by then about 10 pips behind at least. So I scaled in at 20 pips or so. I scaled into a chart that was not moving based on the move that I was observing on my independent charts. After almost a minute or so of delay, the broker chart followed suit, burst into life, and I made my pips. I'd already made them. It reinforced, though, my ideals about paranoia in trading. Just because I think they're out to take my money, it doesn't mean they're not. I'm happy to educate, always, and I believe so strongly in learning and in the learning process that I try still to learn new things every day. However, teaching without offering a level of support afterwards is, I think, unethical. A driving instructor teaches people to drive, and after the test, the support ends. Hence, we see drivers receive penalty points for many varied offences. Some of them go to jail, and rightly so. This highlights that support is a necessary factor in driving as much as it is in trading. Now, you've all been with me a long time, and you'll know that for all the years you've known me, I've compared learning to drive with learning to trade. It's why I wrote the books in the first place, the Trading Code, total rip-off of the Highway Code. Anyway, various police and enforcement cameras offer a level of negative support to drivers. For traders, well, I believe you're best getting involved with a very active forum somewhere, else the pain of the absence of any discipline will be your costly punishment. Not something we need worry about too much in our group, as we're online together in live and educational sessions during the week. We also have access to the chat group every day, 24 hours a day, albeit you might need wait until I or other supportive group members are awake, if you're on a different or outlandish time zone, for instance. They're the big ones, if you like, the Father, the Son and the Holy Ghost of a bizarre trader's unholy trinity. Now, what do I like? Rules. I like rules because they lead to discipline. At least they do if you follow them. DRS then. Remember DRS? Divergence, rejection of a line and a signal. Or discipline, rules, smarts. Smarts being the wisdom to follow the rules with discipline. Now, I'm pretty sure that the content of this educational will make it into the Trading Code 5. It's going to be subtitled Trading the Managed Move. Now, if anyone has any questions on that part, you can fire them away while we're still in the recording, but you mustn't list any of our sort of primary indicators. We'll bring up a chart after I've ended the recording so that we can review that. What are your thoughts? I did want to show you this. I'm going to scroll back here. I'll show this to everybody because you see the open is at 2:30 p.m. You've seen more than once by now me draw these lines. I put one at the top, one at the bottom. Doesn't matter. When I see, the 20 to 40 minutes ahead of an open, the London Open breakout, for instance, on the DAX, or if you like, the Dow here. Now, what's crucial about the Dow here today is that 49,505, or this high, is just above a very big round number, isn't it? So, yeah, you can all say, oh, it's easy in hindsight, but we've several of these little snippets in our YouTube channel now. So it isn't hindsight. It's showing you that you look left to be right. And you do in a car, you look in the rear view or the wing mirrors to check before you overtake. So you look left, or you look over your shoulder and you check where is the block of range. You place your order at 49,505 to go long, and you place your order to go short. You all know I've got a thing about 60, so we could go 59 there, couldn't we? It's close enough, and it in fact impacts some of these bars then. And then the very next bar at 2:30 says, bingo, your order was hit. Now, on Tuesday last week, we had, I believe, that same level, 49.5 to 49.7, and we nailed 200 pips. I absolutely know it is there on our YouTube channel for all to see. Whatever date Tuesday last week was, Tuesday last week was the 17th, so it's there for all to see. That's me bit about the lob, me little bit about a naked chart that anybody can look at. Again, if you've questions on that, fire away. I'll stick it in the recording. How many are we? We're only 23 people in the session, but do please feel free to ask any questions. Otherwise, I'll end the recording and we go on to a chart and you can question that. No takers? 3, 2, 1. Okay, thanks everybody for watching the recording. Trade safe. I'll see you on the next live session.